Everybody, my name is aka the Master Archivist, live from the archives here. Uh, there we go. So today we're gonna be playing. Well, I guess not playing, but we watching The Matrix Reloaded. Uh, Last Sunday we watched The Matrix. My first time ever watching The Matrix. So today we got ourselves The Matrix Reloaded. Accidentally cut my finger open earlier this week, so a lot of my streams are now going to be at least for the next couple days they're going to be just pretty much watch-alongs as not that I can kind of work on using the other fingers there, but so let's get this started and hop into the Matrix, working off what we did last time. I'm trying not to make it too much on the screen. I'm trying to make up even pop-ups, Um, so I have, of course, above me, Master Archivist social media wheel. Over to the side here, of course, is the poster of what we'll be watching today. Um, Up top there, of course, that's where we have the traditional timer. So I'm gonna have that started. I wasn't sure how everyone felt last week not having the timer up there, so I thought that kind of be nice to change it up. So let's get a kickstart. So this is gonna be the Matrix loaded. I really enjoyed the Matrix last time. Um, and I was right. One of my predictions were correct. Uh, when it came to first being introduced to Matrix, and now everything out in the world, like it's so ingrained in pop culture that seeing it now, out and about, I'm like, wow, I would never thought this was there. If that makes sense. One of those things that it's just I guess always has been around me. I've just never noticed because I didn't understand the movie before. Um, so I don't think this is gonna have that same effect. I know reading some stuff about the movie without spoilers, and a lot of people said, I know the bullet time at this point is 2003. Figure the first one was 2000. So 3 years later, the bullet time aspect became just a widely used thing. Obviously, we've seen it parodied hundreds of times. Um, and just things like that. So from what I've heard, I don't know how true it is, that apparent the bullet time effect, I guess, is used less often in this film. And the ones to follow. So let's get into it and see what happens. I'm gonna switch over. Start timer. Let's get the nice Matrix. Also, one of the things I've been like on about since we watched The Matrix was now I've been looking at the old cell phones, like old Nokias. I'm like, oh, really cool in the movie. I'm like, I don't know how well that's gonna play out, in real life. Turns out it wouldn't work. It's just now at this point, crop. I'm like, with the lines of Matrix code. One of the things I did like in The Matrix, and I brought up, was the fact that the code itself does mean things, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, once you kind of learn the Matrix code, everything you stop seeing as lines of code and you start seeing it." I'm like, that is so cool. It's just like those little things that put it into context in the universe. I think is really nice to see. All right, so we got our code here. I guess making a shape. I guess this is what the guy meant before. I don't remember the names too well, so I remember like Neo, Morpheus, and Trinity. Oh, it's a clock. I'm gonna just see where this goes. Now they're like going back and like I guess for Matrix. Oh, oh, that's kind of sick. Oh wow, what a poser. Oh, nice. Alright, so that's Trinity. I just want to know what beef she has. Like, I know the movie just started, but I'm like, what beef does she have with these security guards? Oh, look at that. Oh. I guess you don't need a phone booth now. I guess you just use a cell phone. There's, I guess, Asians. Oh, it's cool. Bull time. I love how they're missing every shot. Bullets are in slow motion, but every single shot is missed. Yeah, she got dual Uzi. Oh, no. Spoke too soon. Oh, that it? Lost her? Oh, no. Ah, it was a dream. There you go. Glad to see the forced romance paid off. That I really didn't like first mate. I really didn't care for the fact that like at the end it's like I love you, Neo. The man I'll be with is the one, and I'm just like, could have went without. I guess say I'm romanced out or something with a lot of these movies, but it's like like Rogue One. I know went in like the great direction, and then at the end it's like the kiss when they die, and I was like, I guess I'll take that, but it fell forced. Yeah, it doesn't look bad, especially considering like almost 20 years old. Oh, okay, now it's kind of bad. The way they're sitting in the cockpit. Oh, okay. Obviously it's in comparison. It looks good, really fits. Uh, why is it everyone in with everyone is to get a leather trench coat and sunglasses? That was one of the best. So yesterday I went to a Hallmark store, which is a trip in itself. It's the quietest store I think you could ever go into. And I was looking around, and I was just like, oh, got these cute little things I call like itty bitty little stuffed like characters from. And one of them was Neo. I freaked out. I was so excited. I was like, yo, they had Neo? I mean, it's kind of like the last place I expect to see it. And then, oh yeah, then I went into Wawa later on, and I was taking a look around, and there's a guy in like a long trench coat. He had like like fingerless gloves, and he had like Matrix like sunglasses on. I was like, oh my god, is that Neo from the man? I didn't say it to him, of course, but yo, Throck and Roll, what's up, boy? How you doing? Out here watching some Matrix right now. Matrix Reloaded, second one. Oh, thank you for the stuff, my guy. Thank you. Yeah, stuff for the 6 months. Oh, really? I'm just right now. I'm pretty much just bullshit watching the Matrix. Honestly, not. It's been a good movie. Like better than what I thought. That makes sense. When you see something parody enough, I was just like, it's probably not gonna be as good as you hope it to be. But so far, not bad. Everything's got this like blue hue to it, though. That's the thing that kind of turns me off to it. I love about Maurice's glasses. I like how there's no like. I know it's like those little futuristic things. I like he has no like arm set. Like he just sit. He just has a rest right on his nose. Calls it a day. I just have a feeling that's gonna be the time frame this movie. I like to believe 36 hours. I'm surprised because from they said in the last movie, there's only one civilization left, and they got like they now have what's this like 25 people right now? Oh, dumb thing also I realized from the past week since watching The Matrix, Neo is just an anagram for one, so he is the one. No, that's it's just like one of those dumb things. I'm like, also I realize in a lot of Keanu's performances, he his voice is like the same. Let him- Oh, Agent Smith. Other fellas. They, one of my favorite things so far about The Matrix 2. So first off, Keanu's like character design has changed, and I really like that. Instead of having like the like hardcore goth like long trench coat and the sunglasses, he now has he still has a cool sunglass, but his attire I feel is more of like martial arts inspired now, and I think that's to kind of reflect his mastery of the Matrix. And then for that, I like that right when the fight scenes kick in, it's like this low tier, like I don't know what to call it. It's just like this low tier beat kicks in, just like I said, pum, and that's the whole thing. It's so stupid. That's a Superman jump. What the? That's the power of the Matrix. So that's one of the things Saints Row 4 touched upon this. Oh, there's the actual agents. Oh, that's pretty sick. Okay, so see, that's what yo. Okay, you just like took off. I was like, yo, he's literally like Superman. So all right, that kind of puts some more things in perspective. So Saints Row 4 is literally a complete rip off of the Matrix. But wow. Dude, is he making a hurricane? Because in that game, you get superpowers and you fly around. It actually beats Cars and all the other Saints Row games. Um, all the other Saints Row games, you can, your whole thing is taking cars and you put more time into the customization of cars and stuff. But once they introduced superpowers, no one really cared. My cable's like falling down. Oh, that's a new look. Oh, that's what Zion looks like. We actually get to see the look of it. I like the contrast there. Got that THX 1138 kind of look to it, you know? It's like a white void. But my favorite thing is I like how the little like designs pop up there. That's not bad CG. Oh, mech guns. So lame. I was looking into just like a bunch of different like Matrix inspired things recently. Cool thing is, and I always forget about it. So Keanu Reeves actually plays bass in a band called Dogstar, or did play bass. I think occasionally does. I don't know if the band's still together. But we got a Matrix inspired bass. I think that's one of the coolest Matrix I found. I know they redid the original Matrix phone. I know they redid that later on. And I know Matrix Revolution. I know got its own like Nokia phone, or no, Samsung that made. That he uh Harold's no? Back to Harold Pernet film. Alright, so that's what we're gonna look up. Harold Pernet. Um he was in oh, so the guy who plays Link, he was in William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, the like remake. Spoilers are ahead. Yep, alright, well, spoilers ahead, I guess he survives for the next movie. Matrix Recalibrated. I really know him from. What Matrix Recalibrated movie? Oh, it's a documentary. Okay, that's why I was like, is this like a movie? Because isn't it the Animatrix? That's a thing. Oh, it's actually on HBO, so maybe that's coming up. And it's ooh, adult animated science fiction anthology film. The film details through 9 shorts, the backstory. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Hey, that's gonna come up then. So it gives me like a solid like Alien versus Predator vibe. Take that as it is. Like if you think that's good or bad, but that like really gray and rustic kind of area there. Star Wars territory. He's a part of something bigger, technically. That's a cool shot. The classic elevator door opens up to all the heroes. Ooh, WWE title belt. Oh, I knew that's what it was gonna be. And the elevator closed. Like, oh, they got things to do. Oh, open up to the monks. Their whole thing. They think I'm like a god. Wow, that's all of us now with Keanu Reeves. Uh, dude, stormed in. The cool outfits. got a lot of hope in basically everyone. Like, really, everyone's just putting their hope on almost like the tier listing. It's like, no, Morpheus, no one. Like, there's no one else that anyone's putting any hope into. Like, they're the only ones who can fix this. Everyone else is technically disposable. I guess you could put Trinity third tier after that. It's, I don't know. I feel like, the rest of the crew on that ship are kind of fighting for fourth place. This is kind of weird. I feel like this is like a very odd. You want to say cult, but like I don't know. It's like it's very this part. It's very religious inspired. Even Morpheus now dressed like a monk. Oh, he's shirtless. Ion, hear me. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, because this is what's it? This is like the year 3000, right? They made books off the me. Oh, Morpheus. Morpheus. I keep messing up Morbius. Oh, they got like those Ewok drums. The last civilization is just a bunch of people hiding out in a cave. That's the fuck. Like, this dude is too smooth, I think, in like, dude's like needs Neo to be like recruiting. He's like, oh, you could go back to living your boring life. And Neo's like, all right, I'm in. Girl's like, I remember you used to dance. He's like, yeah. I was good at it too. And I was like, what? Oh, guy's good, man. He's good. That's why he's number 2 on the list. Ugh. I will say it does look stunning movie so far. Just like all the different shots that they kind of take. Like impressive. Oh, there's the techno. So they live in like they basically live in a cave and then they gather for a church sermon that turns into a techno club. Look, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everyone told me these movies are gonna fall off, but right now I'm kind of sitting here like, wow, this is yeah, that's what I thought the second one would be like. Oh, oh, people doing it now. People are doing the horizontal hula. Keanu Reeves naked butt. Oh, wow, what a trip. This looks like a Renaissance painting. Oh. I guess I never really mentioned the fact that this movie's rated R, but it is. It is. It's a prime example. It's like, see, here's the weird part. It's like when you watch like a movie where like parents and a sex scene comes on. I feel like this like the equivalent, but instead it's just like it's it's just people on the internet instead. I don't know if that makes it better or worse, to be honest. As I sit here, I am quite unsure of that, but ah, it's weirder because he has like all of these holes in his back, and I'm like, boop, boop. Like, ugh, it's just weird. Didn't his co-star here? Didn't she say she had like a huge crush on? Was it Keanu Reeves? Right? Yeah, I think it was. He had a huge crush on him, and then I think he said he had a huge crush on her too. But like they never got together. It's like crazy how that stuff works out sometimes. I'm gonna look that up because I think that's what it was. Oh, I don't know. I don't know the actress. Carrie Ann Moss, right? I think. How the Matrix 4.0 resurrects an iconic 20-year love story. I think I'm the wrong glow. I thought there was both of them. I guess I'm wrong with that one. Like all things considered, I'm taking notes of these outfits right now, and I'm like living for it right now. Like Morpheus got like the cut off Jedi robes. Like it's really fresh. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to get. We got the Venom symbiote. We want to. Oh, he's like King Midas, but self. Yes. They do just like makes himself fix the tie. Thank you. My pleasure. Are they getting out? Yeah. Oh, what? Can that happen? Is that a thing? Can the ma- so if if Agent Smith takes over someone who exists in the real world just like that, can the Matrix exist outside the Matrix is the issue. Because in there they're nothing but code. That is a cool shot right there. Just Keanu on that balcony. That area looks very, very cyberpunk. That hominetic. That's me. He's gonna show him around. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, it definitely looks like they put some great time and effort into making this. Because you figure the last movie was mainly the ship, little parts of it after, the pods, and just the buildings and their interiors. So like this is actually really nice own world building. But oh, he's on that Palpatine speech right now. Yo, I literally said this like Star Wars. He's like, oh, it's the power to give life and take it. He's like, I don't seem to understand. George was watching this and he's taking notes. He's just like, all right, I actually would not be surprised now that it was going to be a space opera, a literal space opera, instead of just two guys wandering an engineer. So they get into the point. I always like to pose this question, and my thought is that at what point, because like with the advancement of artificial intelligence and just like robotics in general, at what point do you consider robots to stop being robots and they start being human? Like robot rights. Like where do you draw the line? Like where does it begin? And then they're like, "Oh, they have to have rational thoughts." Well, you can learn rational thoughts. Like, oh, they have to have emotions. I was like, "But in your life, don't you learn emotions to some extent? You have emotions, but you learn how to, I guess, categorize them." Um Are you sure? Oh, alright, I don't know what that is. That's some that chip thing actually kinda cool. But, so some people are just like, "Oh, well, does that mean a Roomba gets rights?" I'm like, "Well, that depends." If you're going like all AI across the board, I think they had that in Futurama. They brought that up as like a thing. Um, like maybe the Roomba does provide like a service. It works. So I always like when that's brought up. She's like, "At what point?" But then you can argue. It's the usual thing of what makes something. So what the? Cut his palm open? Is he gonna kill them? Okay. So that guy's okay. The kid didn't see the knife. Oh, that's nice. That's a good throwback. Who gets a spoon from one of the orphans? Yeah, the one with the telekinetic abilities. Well, that's cool to see at least they got out. There's no Okay. So, though we have seen the Matrix, we are 40 minutes in and he's being plugged into the Matrix. So yeah, we've had like what? Like Keanu in the Matrix in the beginning. I guess Trinity. Well, no, that was in the dream too. It was in the Matrix. Well, this is cool. Glasses. A bean. Gonna fight him. Knew it. What? I'll take you to her, but I must apologize for what whooping you. And that's like it. That's just how they open up. I was gonna go ghost for a second. Every guy's holding his own against. Interesting lesson. I never truly. You know that like the Matrix version of the back rooms? Oh. They're actually back doors. Making his way in the gap. I think one of the interesting things about the Matrix is that Oracle here being like this just like an older woman and it's just he's like one of the most important people too. Because he can't. Yep, say. I can't. Oh, okay. The Oracle really is just an anomaly in the Matrix, really. Interesting that we're halfway done with the movie already. It's only like a little over 2 hours for this film, and we're almost an hour into it. I'm like, where this is. going because I can't say right now it has a purpose right now. Okay. Oh, look, new power unlocked. You have the sight. All right, so this is that's a similar lesson he just had in the oh, like it literally it's like it's gonna come down to two Morpheus dies or you. And here it's the same thing. It's just like you're gonna have to decide: does Trinity die or does she? And I'm like, regardless what you do, Neo, someone's dying. Okay, so new plot. All right, so we're about halfway through. And we just got plot. This is great. All right, so one of the things I'm gonna throw in now at like basically the halfway point. For those interested, I do have a Discord, Master Archives. I'm gonna put that. So for those interested, that's the Discord link. Following this movie tonight, I will be posting my thoughts on the film. Uh, it's not looking good. I'll be honest. It's not. I'm giving it now. It's like when I did Cyberpunk. Like playing Cyberpunk the first time, like the first week came out. I'm like, I'm not too into it. The story's not drawing me in. Now it's like one of my favorite games, like easily. And it's like the same thing here, where it's like I'm watching it and I'm like, not too big on it. But at the same time, like, oh, there he is, Agent Smith. Pff, the con- yeah, back. Oh, all right. So Agent Smith is now connected. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like I was saying in the last Matrix, this guy didn't know he was balding until they had to make him. Like, they had to make all these different copies. And then, he's just like, "Why the bald spot?" They're like, "You're balding." And he's like, "I didn't know that." And I was like, "Wow, what a moment." This is what happened, like, before. Yo, oh, nice, okay. They try to convert him into an Agent Smith. One Agent Smith just, like, slowly flies away. So I guess it goes back to the whole thing of, like, the Matrix idea is just more of a construct. Like, gravity doesn't technically exist. Oh, through oh, the bench. I thought it was a table. I was like, "What table was there before?" Oh my god, I put him through a table. That was a good song. Yo! Oh, interesting. That was weird. I like the lady just shows up, has, like, a full-on, like, fit, and then turns into an agent, but programming what was it? They said is programs hacking programs. That's basically what Agent Smith is now. He is like his own self-sustaining program within the Matrix, but he can override the Matrix agents as well. Interesting. You know, for the action not kicking off like 10 minutes ago, or no, not 10 minutes ago, like just, getting into the Matrix about 10 minutes ago, uh, I'm actually, even though before I said it wasn't, it wasn't look too good, the concepts now being applied are actually kind of neat. I think about that a lot. You just lift up like a street sign, it's just like a cinder block underneath. That is so cool. Oh god. I was looking at how they do like the bullet time effect there, and it's I don't think it was digitally rendered, but I know it's like just a bunch of it's a almost like a 360 camera, and it's just taking the pictures and it goes through the pictures one by one. I just imagine be like a picture with like a low like shutter rate. I know that's what they did for the original Star Wars to have the ships go through, they had like the blue screen, then they had the camera on uh like on a rail system, and they just had a low shutter rate so it would have a motion blur, so it would look like it's moving. Yeah, those are CGI people, which is still, it's kinda neat. I will say it has a good transition, because like, if you pay attention when everything's kinda blurry, it's moving around, you can see it's CGI, especially the extra Agent Smith surrounds. I'll give credit, that part looks good. There's no way it's it for me. How does he defeat them, though? Oh! Oh, he's got him in the torture rack! Oh god! Oh, come on, a bowling pin noise. Hit with the Superman. Oh, Smith said we can do that. Oh, that's it? Oh, that's it? Alright, guys, go back to work. Show's over. Yeah, the guy who plays Agent Smith, I feel like he has that same effect as, like, Robert Patrick in a police. Like, see Robert Patrick in the police uniform, you're like, "It's the Terminator," you know? The T-1000. But then you see, like, I don't know the name of the actor here, but you see him, like, a suit with sunglasses, and you're like, "Oh my god, it's Agent Smith." Like, it's iconic to the point of it's just the attire that almost puts him into that new like, into the character. Oh, duh, Hugo Weaving. Why that I knew, now I feel stupid. Hugo Weaving. Okay, yeah, Captain America. Like, the IMDb. Yo. Um, yeah, here it is. Alright, filmography. Lord of the Rings, V for Vendetta, Fired, which I didn't see. Uh, yeah, I can't really say there's much. Yo, he's in Happy Feet. Transformers. Wait a minute. They say they need a keyman or the keymaster because he was Hugo Weaving was in a movie called The Keyman. That looks kind of interesting. I didn't get to read what it's about, but the poster looks kind of cool. I'm gonna read about other movies while I'm watching one. An insurance salesman gets mixed up with two gangsters in an effort to make money, buy for their families, but things didn't go as he planned. What humorous situations will he find himself in? I hate when they make like summaries of movies like that. Just like two lifelong friends get into a venture. What trouble will they find? And I'm like, that's so cheap, bro. I feel like I know they don't want to spoil anything, but like I would be better with like a description, like in this action-packed thriller, something. I don't know. Don't just end it like that. It's just I feel like that's the part. A lot of this is like the episode one of the Matrix so far. There's a lot of politics and like the little action is cool, but it's not killing it for me. If a bunch of guys in sunglasses and leather trench coats shake their head about not going on the elevator, I think I'm gonna leave. Lore 101. But Bruce Campbell made a better French make. I hope they all turn fight. Infinity. That's so stupid. I wish they had like, yeah, this man fitting right. Badass. That was cute. Every time Neo speaks, someone's just like, "But do you know the answer, Neo?" I'm like, I feel like there's dogging on him at this point. Oh, yeah, shut up, Morpheus. You nerd. Oh, okay, now. Ah, his wife isn't like cracking a kid. Bro, what? What the hell is this? The hell is this? Like moments in this movie where you're kind of watching and you're like, ah, yes, as a philosophical standpoint, I think I can understand. This guy's like, I've programmed this cake to make you extremely horny. I'm like, what the hell? Unless she explodes, that's different. Pale guys with the like white dreadlocks, they look like they could be like, thick, like rap duo from the 90s. I knew it. I knew it. Her husband's got a little infidelity, and instantly she's like, I'm gonna show you where the. Oh. Alright, this is getting weird. Unless it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be like a code transfer. Be like they kiss and then his eyes will awaken with the code or something. Alright. Look, Keanu's acting. Watching. This. Alright, so that's probably the weirdest scene in this whole. Like, I think this is the weirdest sequence, I think. It's like, dude makes a. That makes someone horny, and she's like, I'll give you the code if you kiss me. I'm like, what? He's the keymaster. What I'm kinda thinking of be. What? This movie falls this movie falls off kinda hard. Ah, he's got, like, the Nosferatu door. Uh, that. That's it? Oh, no, cool, he's there. Ooh, okay. That's kinda cool. That is still so sick. And that's an iconic scene right there. That's one I've seen a lot when it comes to The Matrix. This is like level 100 go against, like, like, new players. That's the same room. Oh, wow, alright, that was a sick kill. I've never seen anyone get a mace to the face, so that's kinda cool. Ooh, ooh. Blood from Neo. Oh, yeah, alright, so he's got force powers. Oh, come on, end it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's different. I'll take it. Oh, get oh. We're hoping that guy's gonna kill with the trident. Yet again, the action sequences are good. Like I really like the action sequences. Oh, so the person I am dead. They're like knocked out for like 2 seconds. Oh, please get him. Oh, that was cool. Oh, all right, sick, sick. All right, that was cool. That was really cool. Oh, it's gonna change. Yep. The key. Ooh, got ghost weapons. Ooh, hit him with a straight razor. Okay. Ugh. Oh, that's smart. A katana. God, he's like every neck beard. A leather trench coat and a katana. I say that, but I used to own a leather trench coat in like high school. I was into the Ninth Doctor, so I just had one. I was just like, yeah, it's kind of neat. And then I know a buddy of mine, he texted me like a couple months ago. He's like, bro, leather trench coats coming back. Be ahead of the wave. I was like, I don't. I was like, maybe they might come back. And they have actually. That's the crazy part. I was like, but they won't come back for me. I think I'm clocked out on it. But it's like ever since getting into like, learning what cyberpunk was and finding it to me to be the more realistic like Star Wars idea, like the more realistic futuristic idea. Um I've really been like more into I'm like, how can I bring this to like a modern day aspect, Like a streetwear sense. Oh, there it is. That's a Samsung phone. That actually exists, but I saw it on eBay for like $2,000. Come on, Link. That's still the coolest phone. The thing is, like, from watching these, I wanna get one of those old cool phones so badly, but I learned, like, pretty much none of them work, and I'm like, now at this point, I'm like, I kinda just wanna have it. Like, especially that. Dude, you press it, zoop, pops up. Yeah. Like, look, all I'm saying is, if you're at the function and you pull that thing out, I think instantly people are gonna think you are the lamest person, but at least one person gonna be like, "Alright, man, that was a cool phone." And that's the one person I'm really catering to at that point, besides myself. Like a cool but weird. Oh, they turned into Agent Smiths. Nice. Programs hacking programs. Are they I'm gonna look up these guys. I don't know anything. Okay. Who are they played by? Neil and Adrian Raymonds are the people who play the twins here. Apparently they're considered controversial. The villains, the twins whose threat was potentially greater even than the agents, twin were believed to be exiles, remnants from previous iterations of the Matrix. The Ghost of the Machine. Uh, More controversial, however, in the early 2000s. Okay, so they okay, so they're considered controversial because they are villains and albino. That's very interesting. I didn't see what the actual actors look like, but that's cool if they're both twins too. Dude, can't give him more of a closer shave. Dude's already bald. God, having Agent Smith, I think, is such a cool villain. Point case. Point in case. God. Oh, oh, him. Oh, oh, okay. That is so cool. They got that Mr. Fink, Mr. Wink kind of setup there. There, hit him. Yep. Oh, conveniently, there are motorcycles there. That's one of the cool things I like. So, I guess, yeah, this part doesn't have Keanu in there. I mean, that would have been a request. Be like, yeah, can we have a motorcycle seat? Ah, look at this. Morpheus got the katana. Take the tires. There it is. Okay, so this is something I really wanted to see. Oh, no way. He's gonna blow it up like that? Wow. Okay. That's 60. That is. So that's something I kind of wish in video games that they would do more. Is so Morpheus just had the katana, took the car out, then whipped out the pistol and just went crazy. Like want that in more games. I've only seen Shadow something 2 I was playing on Xbox. It was a couple months ago. I was streaming it for like I think like a stream or two. Wasn't anything crazy. Like, it was fun, but the thing is the vulgarity of the main character kind of killed to me because it was just like kind of like I'm good for stupid humor if it's smart. This guy's just like, I pee and I have a katana, and I was like, what does that even mean? And like just like stupid more than anything. The gameplay was really fun, so I was like, wow, if I could play this with no cutscenes and no character interactions, this would be a perfect game. But I feel like they need to have more of that. Cyberpunk does that, but you can't basically dual wield a pistol and a katana. They could let you do one or the other, and that's what got me into that whole kick of using katanas and guns and stuff. But I like to see a game that actually utilizes that. I knew it. So, all right, what I will say is for the Matrix story is like kind of what it adds to it. I think is kind of cool. So I like that there are different iterations of the Matrix. I think that's pretty neat. Uh, I like how just because it upgrades doesn't mean it like fully redoes everything. It's just that it's just an upgrade to the system. But it's like not everything's cross compatible in that sense. So, oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it was cool. All right, so but then I like the fact that now there's all these remnants. Like it's literally the idea of ghosts, and there's the twins there who are just older, from older parts of the Matrix. Those guys that were there that are just tough to kill. You get Agent Smith, who's not even part of the Matrix agency anymore. It's like his own, yes, his own entity. But what I kind of don't understand is what his purpose really is. Because if he's not serving, I guess he's still serving the Matrix, but he's not in a way, right? Like there's gonna be a lot of reading. Because what I plan to do is next week I would like to do Matrix Revolution, and we'll finish out the three, and then whenever HBO Max decides to put the fourth one on, then we'll pick up there. We'll do Animatrix as well. Like we have, some range there. But I'm definitely gonna do some reading into it. So for next weekend when we do the next Matrix movie, I'm gonna have some things to bring up. That's my consider it the homework for the week. For people who watch this like later on the video on demand or on YouTube and all, give me some thoughts. If you could be there for the stream, we can discuss it. Or for the people in the comments, leave me some thoughts of what you think about the movies and any of the lore and thoughts or things I should look into because it's interesting. There we go. Oh, I want to see him get this guy. Oh, come on. Oh, cut the tie. I feel like he should have got him twice. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, not the purple alligator shoes. No. No way. Is that really how it's going? Nah. Oh, look at that. Alright, some more of the Zion members. But, yep. With the missile drop kick. Is that a Wendy's bag in the passenger seat? Agent Smith takes over the truck. That's so good. See, yet again, the thing why I think Agent Smith is such a good villain is because he's literally omnipresent. Like, most people, as the villains, they only exist in a very, they exist in a singularity. They are just there. They have other people that are their eyes and their ears. But in Agent Smith's case, he is everyone. If you have not been unplugged, you are Agent Smith to some extent. And I think that's really cool. Oh, he comes like Superman. He's answering prayers right now. Neo's gonna get him right there. Right in the middle of the explosion. Yeah! I don't know how I feel about that scene, but that is also cool at the same time. Alright, movie's already 3/4 of the way done. It's 2 hours and 14 minutes. You gotta count in the credits. Maybe I'd say it's like, I said like a half hour left. 4 minutes of credits, I think is probably the runtime. I guess it's up to new side. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So he's programmed NPC, but he's just a programmed NPC. Like, I'm just here to deliver this dialogue. All right, so I will say that's kind of like a weak kind of writing. It's like, how do you know all this? I must know. It's my purpose. And it's like, they all fail. Oh, this is what just happened. This is the beginning of the. That's a cool like shot right there. Huh. It's a lot about purpose, basically. Got the done. Uh, oh damn. Okay. Morpheus spitting right now. Oh, it's gonna. Yep. Oh, what? Now the crew's dead. Wow. What? Oh, this is probably where it's involved. Yep. Feel like if I ever get like a cool piece build, I feel like that's what I should have it run is like the matrix code on one of them, like one of the monitors. It's just lame enough that I'm into it. Okay, yeah, and here's that whole sequence. Alright, that was the hardest line of this whole movie. I want everything. I include the bullet inside this gun. Oh, that is cool. The trap. So it's that idea of everyone in here has a destiny. Oh, wow. That's really what it is, just that idea of everyone's scripted to do their own thing. Call it, but it's that everyone has their own destiny. Come on, just power through. I was like, I know this dude could literally just Superman. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. New power unlocked. I feel like Keymaster's gonna get shot. There's that cool phone. You got a bullet or two. Come on, don't play. Yeah. Got four. Knew it. Dropped them. You know, this is one of the things I studied in sociology. It was I forget. Well, I forget what social studies. I mean, sociology or one of my English classes. But it was the idea of free will versus destiny. I know a lot of people don't believe in destiny. Like, I got to make that choice, but then it's like here at Neo, he's like, well, if I already make that choice, then how is it like free will? And it's just like, well, it's up to you to figure out why. And I'm like, huh, it's like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. God. Oh, the architect. Oh. Okay, so this took a weird. Oh, look at that. Uh, thing. There's six other Neos technically. So, I know this guy designed the Matrix, but I wonder if he's just the almost like the embodiment of the mother of the Matrix. Oh man, it's getting a little weird now. Yeah, the Trinity's the mother of the Matrix, or Zion is. That's no pressure. Oh my god, they did this in Saints Row 4 as well. Or what if he kills the guy running the Oh, and this is gonna lead. That's right. Yep. Goes out the window. Has the sight. Okay, yeah, so there it is. That's where she dies. So I will say that's cool. The movie begins where it ends. That's kind of cool. I'll get the cool cell phone out. Come on. This dude could heal her with his Matrix powers. Oh, yo? See, so I was right. I just thought it'd be like some cool force healing or something. Really? What? Oh, he's literally restarting her heart. This. Okay, so that's cool. The one. Yeah, I kind of figured they're gonna do a final fight sequence because knowing the runtime, I'm like, oh, yeah. And once it gets to here, it's just like, oh no, there's another thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I thought there'd be at least one final sequence. Actually, kind of cool. I can. Oh, what? That is. Wow, I could have written this movie. Guess one line, and I'm like, yeah, I could write that. So he has outside matrix powers now. Now he's got telekinetic powers, but boils down. Oh, he's dead. Ah, dude just dropped. Come on, Neo. There's only 9 more minutes of runtime, please. Sounded Oh, no. Okay, I love how they all end with, like, Rage Against the Machine. Wow, okay, so it must have been with this film, it must have been when they were like, "Oh, yeah, we're making more." Oh, well, alright, so now I gotta wonder, when does the next Matrix Revolution comes. Wow, okay. So this came out the same year. That's what it's saying. I don't feels really weird. The Reloaded and Revolutions came out the same year. Oh, okay. I can't believe it. So after all that, it just says "included," and that's how it ends. Batting 1,000 on this movie. Okay, so we'll get into the part where I just give my thoughts on what I just watched. I don't get it. Like, that's kind of a long story short. I was like, dude, what was that? Half the time it's just kind of like interesting, and I'm like, okay, like I'm willing to sit with it to see how it pays off later, and then it doesn't exactly. So there's two open-ended things. That I don't know the guy's name. Not too good character names. But the guy who's gonna stab Neo, basically, he's one of the only survivors. He's right across from Neo. So I imagine there's gonna be something set up where he's probably gonna wake up and be like, "Oh, I gotta stab Neo," uh, and then there'll probably be some fight. He'll die because, of course, they make more movies after this. Um, and then the French guy from the Orgasmic Cake, uh, he's still out and about. So I imagine he's gonna play a factor into this. Obviously Agent Smith. So eh, there's a lot. So it's 40 minutes of just somewhat world building. I don't really like just talking about like, hey, no, can't go out there all the time. He's saving the world. He's got a family at home. Um, Guy's like, ah, that's right. I'm sorry. And then finally, 40 minutes in, they go into the Matrix. Like actually, um, that leaves you just an hour and 20 minutes of like actual stuff. The action sequences are cool. Like I cannot take that away. And some of the plot to it was kind of, like, the whole thing is the illusion of choice, basically, or it's really that idea of free will versus destiny. Same thing, obviously with Neo's first movie. So it's keeping that theme going, which is cool. The character changes too have been cool. Apparently, Neo now has real life powers or something. Maybe that'll be revealed later. Maybe the Matrix is bigger than the digital world, I guess. Wow. I'm gonna take some time to really process what I just watched, and in the Discord under Timo reviews, I'm gonna leave my thoughts on this. So I guess with that being said, I want to thank everyone for tuning in for another episode of Sci-Fi Live Cinema. So I have the Discord there, but I'm also gonna put the plug. This is the plug segment. Pretty much upcoming streams, social medias. So of course you can find me on Discord. It's the Master Archives there. It's myself and members of the Fang Squadron. We'll usually just kind of conversate. I love to leave reviews whenever I watch a movie, either on stream or off. I've been doing a lot of them. Right now it's a lot of sci-fi films. I really want to watch cyberpunk films, and that's what I'm kind of bringing to the table here. I should be coming back tomorrow to stream. If I am, it's the next Matrix movie. It's spoilers, right? But so pretty much you're doing that. You can find me, of course, on YouTube and here on Twitch as well. For those who are interested in following, of course, I always appreciate the subs and the follows. So, rock and roll. Thank you for the sub today, and for the new followers for this past week. Thank you so much. And as for YouTube as well, I've gotten a couple of new people on YouTube, so thank you so much. I will be trying to do some more YouTube content. Besides actually making videos, I would like to live stream as well. So, Matrix Reloaded, I don't think it's as good as the first Matrix, you know? I know last week James the Nerd kind of warned me about that. He's like, it's gonna go downhill, and I'm starting to see it, and I love that franchise. I love to see where it falls off. I'm gonna do some deep dives for the archives here to see if I can find some more in-depth lore for the Matrix. Like I know they made Animatrix. I want to see if maybe they made comics or books. Just things like that. Just see how big and expansive they decided to get with this world. Um, I don't remember if the new Matrix is out. If that's the case, I actually might go see it, and then I'll maybe make like maybe like a vlog post kind of thing, kind of like how we're doing here. But I think I just might, collect my thoughts and make just a little segment about it. Um, so yeah, that being said, I would like to be back for tomorrow. If not, I will be looking for I'm trying to rearrange the streaming schedule right now because it's kind of all over the place. But I am trying to give that dedicated day. I'd like to bring the watch alongs back on Wednesdays and then stick to Sundays for the actual streams, or Saturday nights. I'd like to find somewhere in that pocket. But with everything going on, we're trying to work on expanding the archives here. There's so much going on with the pro wrestling, music, everything else in between. So I will be trying to keep the schedule updated here on Twitch, so just keep your eyes on that. Eventually, if I'm able to make my way back to Instagram, I would like to also start posting more on there. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next, force be with you.